Once again, welcome to this webinar wherein we all can meet face to face and your doubts can be cleared. You can always visit our website www.teachconnect.in in order to contact me. You can look at the website and you can find our email IDs, use our AI resume enhancer feature to update your resume and see that it is being standardized, because automatic tracking system is a profile which is a tool which definitely enhances your resume so that it will be structured. My main intention today to meet you all is to check whether how should a teacher revolutionize learning in the classroom. Revolutionize must happen with the teachers, wherein the teacher's importance lies in giving the structured lesson plan and they're accountable for their every 35 minutes which happens in the classroom. For that 35 minutes, if the teachers are able to do, then there is nothing like it. Their profile will be structured. That means in the classroom, when they meet the students, they should have an accountability for the every 35 minutes. This is how we feel that we can have a, a lesson plan which suits the needs of the student. For this, the data is also very important. How are the students doing? How are they answering the questions? How are they going to get that information deep into their mind? This can happen with the data. Adding to that data, we can definitely look at the 5 W's and 1 H. In this small session, which is a micro capsule of learning, we will definitely have an introduction and a warm-up. Then we'll know what is the body of the content. That is, how are we going to use 5 W's and 1 H. And of course, I'm going to give you many examples in this session for you all to understand how to use these 5 W's and 1 H. Therefore, welcome once again to this activity-oriented session wherein we are going to shift our learning from the content delivery, that is from the rote learning, to the deepening of learning and discovery kind of learning. We all want to move beyond the rote learning, but we are only struggling to find out how we are going to do it. For we should be in a position to look at that kind of work which we are going to do with the student. How are we going to identify the student and how are we going to deepen the learning? The first thing will be to build the conceptual clarity. For this, the struggle all through lies only in building the conceptual clarity. We would like to know how we are going to build up this conceptual clarity with the 5 components of 5W and 1H component. We want to define the central idea, and for example, if we are asking the question like what causes rain, therefore what's the central idea? The central idea is what is causing the rain. Who are the people who are responsible for this? How can we use this rain system and how are communities involved? What are the systems which are in place for causing rain? Then when? For what is the sequence of timelines which we are going to study? Are we going to study the rain during the summer or rain during the rainy season? When are we going to study? Not necessary that we have to study the concepts only during the summer season. There are places and convectional rainfall do take place when it is quite hot. For where are we locating this environmental concepts? Like in which area are we working on? Which areas? Are we working on places where a lot of temperature, or are we working in the areas and taking the statistics in the areas where there is limited rainfall? Where are we doing it? This kind of research-oriented knowledge should be there with the student. That's how we can understand the cause, the purpose, and the reasoning also. This is yeah. Yeah, there is a gap in between. Just wondering how it is going on. Is everything good? Because there are hardly viewers in the concepts, and say hi to everybody once again. Then we want to know how the 5 important concepts of what, where, when, why, who, how does occur. Then we know that if we are working on where are the areas, then why are we trying to understand the cause? What's the purpose? What's the reasoning? What will we do later on? That is, we are working on the conceptual competency focused learning. Why are we wanting to work on areas where there is less rainfall, or what will we do with the rain eventually? After the rain, what is it we want to work on? Why is the project work important? What's the process of mechanism? This is how we work on what, where, when, why, who, how. Therefore, we need to bring this to the classroom. And I will work on a few examples, and let me give you one very good example wherein we can design the inquiry of the session with the help of this. If we want to work on what causes rain, I just told you once again, I'm going to tell you who is involved or impacted in this rainfall. For example, what causes rain, or you can also take what is democracy and what makes this poem special, who is involved or impacted. When did this happen? What is this? When are we going to? What is democracy? In this democracy, what concept are we talking? When did this happen? When did India gain independence? When do plants grow best? Where? Where does it take place? Where is the setting, or where is the environment? Why? Why does it matter? What's the cause, purpose, and reasoning behind it? This we got to work on it. Then how are we going to use the information? This we got to check on it. Therefore, we have to understand that every concept need to be bifurcated into the areas where you have 5 W's and 1 head. Now, how are we going to have this classroom application? I'll give you one more example for photosynthesis. Who conducted this early experiment? What is photosynthesis? When does it occur in the day? Where in the plant does it take place? Why is it vital for survival? How does chlorophyll help in the process? Everything stick on to what, where, when, why, who, how. If you're wanting a poem or a short story, who are the characters in it? What is the theme of it? Why are we learning this? Where are we going to implement this? How are we going to do this visualization of this poem? And what did the author choose to tell us? Does he really want to tell us, or it is only a storytelling session wherein what's the moral included over here? Therefore, every concept when we learn about what, where, when, why, who, how, it will be good. If at all you're interested in further watching this webinar, or you want me to make any more videos on this, please do let me know. I would like to understand from you all and give more case studies on this what, where, when, why, who, how concept. Thanks for watching. Please visit www.teachconnect.in website for you all to know more about these blogs. Thanks for watching. Namaste. I'm Dr. Padmavati Tangaturti from TeachConnect.